to my pub?
Did a man just come in here, miss? He's a killer.
A killer?
Special agents from London. We need to catch this man before he harms someone else.
I didn't see anyone.
You don't mind if I look around a bit?
Suit yourself.
He's not here. Let's go.
Who are you? Did I just help a murderer?
No. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, wait. I don't know who those men are. I don't know why they're after me because I don't know who I am. I don't even know my own name.
I believe someone sent for a detective?
Constable George Krábtry, Detective Hamish Slorak from Station House number 5.
Oh, yeah, Krábtry, yes, well, there you have it.
Chief Constable Stockton feels that Detective Slorak is just the man to take over from Murdoch.
Take over, sir.
Well, just until Murdoch is found and returns to his duties, son.
Of course. Welcome, Detective Slorak.
Well, thank you, Inspector Brackenreid. Now then, where shall I locate my receptacle? Oh, this'll do. Fair bit of clutter, I see.
Sir, where would you like me to locate your receptacle?
Here we go. Just put it over here. Just move some of this junk. It's not difficult.
That's quite the blunderbuss you've got there, sir.
Ooh, Betsy. More reliable than any woman, I'll tell you that.
Sir, we discourage pointing firearms at the inspector.
Right then, gentlemen. Our most pressing case. Detective Murdoch's disappearance, obviously.
Yes. Yes. He's been gone a week, then?
When he didn't arrive 8 a.m. sharp Monday morning, we knew that something was amiss.
The detective is never tardy.
He was last seen...
His landlady saw him going to church Sunday morning.
That was the last anyone saw of him.
And you checked the,
Sir, we've checked everywhere, twice.
Twice? Well, gentlemen, it's been my experience that when a man chooses to disappear, he stays disappeared.
And your meaning, detective?
He's off on a bender.
Oh, sir, Detective Murdoch is a teetotaler. He practices teetotalism.
Well, then it's a woman. Vacation between the sheets.
You've got him all wrong, Slorak. Detective Murdoch is probably the most buttoned-down man you'll ever meet.
7 days ago, I awoke to a railway guard hauling me out of a coal car. I had no idea how I'd gotten there, where I'd come from, nothing. That was in Montreal, Canada.
How'd you end up in England, then?
The only thing I had on my person was a steamer ticket to Bristol.
So you sailed the ocean on a guess and by golly?
Not exactly. There was a name on the ticket. John Dawson. There was an address written on the folder. I thought maybe I was Dawson.
But you're not.
I went to the address. One of those men answered the door. I asked after Dawson. And he told me he was dead. Caught a glimpse of a weapon. I told him I'd made a mistake. I tried to leave, but they followed me out. I ran. They followed, and here I am.
They said you might be a killer. Is it possible you killed this Dawson?
I don't think that's something I would do. But I keep having this nightmare that I'm standing over a body. Blood on my hands. Perhaps I should turn myself in.
Yeah, go to the cops with I might be a killer. What do you think they'll do? You don't even know who you are.
They might know my identity.
They'll throw you in the clink and put the boots to you for good measure. Besides, I've met killers. Met two this evening. And you don't have the look. You've soft eyes. Kind eyes. You hungry? I'll make you something to eat.
Doctor, there's been a body found in a field near Detective Murdoch's church. And from the initial description, there's a carriage waiting for you outside.
Dr. Ogden, I believe you've met Detective Slarick.
Of course. We've worked cases together. I understand you've been assigned to Station 4, Detective.
Temporarily, of course.
Of course.
Shall we go?
All right, Krábtri. It's not Murdoch. That's a relief.
Not for him.
He's been shot clean through the temples. The body appears to have been here for several days, possibly a week.
There's one big bullet hole.
I'm done for now.
We try to avoid directly touching items at the crime scene. Finger marks.
Finger marks. Yeah, I don't put much stock in those myself. No identification.
Doctor! Sir! Come take a look at this.
It looks to be bone fragment and brain matter. What kind of bullet drives bone and brain matter 30 feet after impact?
Oh, yeah, I've done my specials for tomorrow on that.
That's all right. I'll put it back as it was.
Really, your memory being so reliable.
Mutton stew, 3 pennies. Sardines on toast, 2 pennies. Treacle tart, 1.5 pennies. A bit dear if you ask me.
I didn't.
I'm sorry. It just felt like something I would do. Work out a problem on a blackboard.
Could it be you're a teacher?
No, not a teacher.
Clean shirt.
Thank you.
So, what have you and my menu board figured out?
Well, when I woke up on that train in Montreal, my head was injured. Possibly from an altercation of some sort. My left side was very bruised, suggesting a fall. Perhaps from a railway bridge or some such.
Railway bridge where?
Well, it was early evening when I arrived in Montreal. My watch had been broken. It had stopped at 11:14.
Perhaps in the fall.
Yes. Accounting for a train's top speed of 47 miles per hour and traveling for between 8 and 9 hours, that means somewhere between 376 to 423 miles, making me from New York City or Toronto.
With a head for numbers, perhaps you're an accountant.
I hope not.
Well, you've had quite a week, mister. I need a name to call you by.
Big one.
Harry. I've always liked Harry.
Good. Harry it is. What's yours?
Anna. Anna Fulford.
That's lovely. Your name? I feel a bit lightheaded.
That's only your second pint. You're not much of a drinker, are you?
Perhaps I should rest my eyes. Only for a minute.
Come on, Harry, you need to lie down.
Excuse me, Doctor. Do you mind if I take the victim's finger marks?
Oh, yes. George, I'll do that.
Doctor, I'm sure we will find him.
I hope you're right, Constable. But look at the scar.
It looks like an S.
It's completely symmetrical. How odd.
So, the victim's unidentified. There are no witnesses, no murder weapon.
Exactly.
Sirs, I checked the finger marks in our victim's silver case against our police files. I found 2 matches excluding the victim's own. Now, one was yours, Detective. But the others were Detective Murdoch's.
Murdoch?
Could he be the one who pulled the trigger?
No, sir.
Regardless, he left the scene of a crime. Sounds like a job for Betty.
Betty, your rifle.
No, that's Betsy. Betty's my hunting dog. She smells something awful, but she has got a nose of gold. All right. We'll leave it first light.
What the bloody hell was Murdoch doing at the murder scene?
Excuse me.
Harry, quick, get up.
Move, and we'll shoot. Now, both of you. Let's go. Move!
Down.
Anna, get on.
Harry! Bloody Harry's got me!
Hang on.
Are you sure this will work?
Not in the least. No, Betty's desire to track is only exceeded by her desire to sleep, isn't it?
She seems like a fine dog, sir. Her gamey odor notwithstanding.
You're a dog lover, Constable?
Oh, indeed, sir.
Good man. All right, come on, let's go. Come on, Betty, let's go. Find Murdoch.
What am I going to do about the pub? Anyone could walk in with that door busted.
You can't go back there now.
No, I can't, can I?
This is all my fault. We need to find someplace safe and lay low until this all blows over.
And what are you going to do?
I have to find out why those men are after me.
How do you propose to do that? Harry?
I've seen this bridge before.
Yeah, of course you have. Clifton Suspension Bridge. It's famous.
We need to find a safe place, a sanctuary.
All right, Betty, come on. Find that scent. Find it. Good. Come on. Betty. Buenos Aires. Where is he, huh? Where's that Murdoch? Where's he, Betty?
Sir, look here. Blood.
Well, there seems to be some sort of,
Altercation?
altercation. Yeah. Oh, that's a way down that.
Sir, do you think Murdoch could have gone over here? I mean, is that why Betty lost the scent?
Nothing. Like he vanished into thin air.
Detective.
Which, you know, there is some good news in that.
Sir, I found several more items here. An empty whiskey bottle. A biscuit wrapper. Photograph of a bridge. Sir, it's a hotel key from the Gladstone.
All those years attending Mass, I never thought I'd get any use out of them. But the father couldn't refuse the request of a good Catholic girl. Are you Catholic?
I believe I am. I felt at home in the church.
Not a priest, I hope.
You're worried I took a vow of celibacy.
Aren't you brash? That train you fell into must have come from New York City.
Well, they come brash from New York.
Ones I've met. I've always wanted to live in New York. Be nice if I knew someone there.
What about your pub?
It was my dear dad's. It's not where my heart is. Nothing left for me in Bristol.
Thank you.
For what? Fixing your bandage or saving your life?
For both. For everything.
So what now, Harry?
I go back to the house where I encountered those men.
I should slap you for that. You're going to get killed.
I'll be careful. It's the only way I'll find out what they're after.
Sirs, the victim's personal effects from the Gladstone Hotel. His name is John Dawson. He was a guest at the Gladstone on and off for the last 6 months. A week ago, he disappeared.
Oh, those newfangled matchbooks.
Gentlemen,
Dr. Ogden, postmortem complete?
no surprises. I must say, I've never seen a bullet wound so wide and clean. The bullet all but cauterized the surrounding tissue.
We need to find that bullet.
Sirs, there are some numbers inscribed here in the matchbook. An equation of some sort.
I've seen numbers like this. I believe these are lens specifications.
What kind of lenses? Eyeglasses?
Actually, it seems to be something much more powerful. A glass grinder would know.
A glass grinder.
You and I need to find out who he is and what he knows. Keaton's afraid that he may be working for Treadstamp, putting the whole plan in jeopardy. So we damn well have to find the slippery bugger and find him fast. Because Keaton will be here inside 3 hours. Bloody Treadstamp. The only good news is Charlie's watching the girls' pub. And if the bugger goes back there, we'll have him.
Don't move. What do you know about me?
Nothing.
Who is John Dawson?
You tell me.
I will kill you.
All I know is Dawson went soft. Couldn't be trusted.
Why all the pictures of Clifton Bridge?
I tell you, and I'm dead anyway.
Sir, we've walked hundreds of feet. There's no way the bullet could have traveled this distance.
Oh, I don't know about that, Constable.
Crabbtree.
No, I think that's an elm. Ah, there it is. Isn't that a beauty? 60 caliber. Pointed, lead core, copper iron jacket to withstand the friction.
3 inches long when fired, at least.
Oh, the casing must have been, you know...
Big.
Yes, right.
No question. It was specially made.
Oh, as was the rifle to fire this, you can be sure.
Sirs, I've been to the glass grinder. He recognized the figures from the matchbook. He said a man came in claiming they were for a telescope.
Telescope?
Yes, sir. It's for scanning long distances.
I know what it is, Crabbtree. How does it relate to the case?
Inspector, we're talking about a weapon of considerable range.
Bloody hell. It's for the gun. Crabbtree, this customer.
The glass grinder said he gave the name Quinn, and I have an address.
Well, if Quinn has a gun that can shoot a bullet that size that far, we're going to need some ammunition ourselves. Crabbtree!
Break out the armory.
Break out the armory.
Anna? Anna!
Harry!
Anna.
You're safe.
Where did you get to?
Well, I went to the pub to block up the door. I couldn't afford to lose everything.
Yes, but they'll be watching the pub.
Well, nobody saw me. I was careful.
I was worried about you.
Were you? I bought you something back. It was my father's. I thought we should even out the odds.
Right. Let's get inside.
Higgins, Fisher, on the left. Morris, Graham, right. We need him alive, Sly. Hold your fire, you up!
It's a decent show. Well, a slow bugger like that.
Sir, look at this.
That's our murder weapon.
Now that's some rifle.
Well, you know your way around a gun.
Seem to.
You are not an accountant, Harry.
Those men seem to think I'm affiliated with someone named Treadstone.
Lord Treadstone.
You know him?
Well, some high-up government type.
We need to find out all we can about Treadstone.
Harry, don't you ever relax. We're safe here. Julia.
Don't move a bloody muscle.
Run! Leave her!
Leave him to me, boys. I believe we've met.
Excuse me.
Keaton will be here inside 3 hours.
You're Keating.
Edmund Keating, yes. Well, you know me, but I don't know you. There's an imbalance we must rectify. So, let's you and I have a little chat. I'll give you credit. You're a tough bastard. Died you for dead when you tumbled into that coal car. So, let's start with introductions. Who are you?
I don't know. The fall must have jarred my brain. I have no memory of anything.
Well, we both know you were following Dawson. So I want to know what you know and whom you've told. Or there will be unpleasant consequences.
It's a gun. I can see it's a gun, can't I? Now, what's a bloke from the Dales doing in Canada, building a gun that can shoot as far as a mile?
That's my own business, isn't it?
Not when he puts a bullet through someone's head. Now, what have you done with Murdoch?
Who?
He was at the murder scene.
I don't know what you're on about, mate.
Oh, yes, you do.
You don't think I'll break you? You know who I am. You know my reputation. Last chance. Who are you working for?
Keaton's afraid that he may be working for Treadstone.
Treadstone. He's hiring colonials now. Typical.
I was hired to follow Dawson.
Why?
We'd heard he'd gone soft on the plan.
You thought you could turn him? What did Dawson tell you?
He knew about Clifton Bridge.
What about it?
The assassination.
That bullet could only have been fired from your gun. But you didn't fire it, did you? You didn't know Dawson was dead. Who were you working with?
I don't remember.
The scar on Quinn's hand is the exact same shape and in the exact same place as Dawson's.
It's not just a scar. When I was on the Khyber campaign, there were elite corps chaps who had this sort of thing. The whole thing stinks of military intelligence.
Oh, great.
Scott, sir.
Yeah.
I've got a contact at the British consulate. I'll make a call.
Sir, Detective Murdoch is alive. Canadian Pacific sent a telegram. One of their guards pulled him off a coal car in Montreal last week. I knew it. I had his photo distributed to each station on the line.
Bloody good work, Krábtri. Higgins, contact Montreal police. See if they know where Murdoch went from there.
Sir.
But the question remains, why hasn't he contacted the station?
It is puzzling, sir.
I'm sure he had one hell of a good reason, Sloric.
You've heard of Quinn, of course. This is his work. 60 caliber, 1 in 10 twist. I dropped Dawson from 500 yards. Did you even hear the shot?
Not that I recall.
Of course, neither did he. It's a shame he had to die. It's a shame you have to die. But such is war. I'll be in position in exactly 1 hour.
So, who knows who he's told? He knows everything.
No. He doesn't. Kill him.
If you could just give me an idea of what it was about. I've got an unsolved murder and a missing police officer down here. Fine. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry to have woke you. Bloody diplomatic tossers.
What's the news, sir?
He would only give me part of it. Dawson and Quinn were agents at the War Office Intelligence Branch. They were banished to Canada about 6 months ago after an internal shake-up that my contact was not at liberty to discuss. There was a third agent sent here about the same time, an Edmund Keating. The three were associates.
Could this Keating be our shooter?
What if that's why Detective Murdoch was on that train? But what if Keating was on his way back to England?
With the gun?
Yes, sir. Detective Murdoch jumps on the train to follow him.
Krábtri, there's only one way to travel to Britain.
I'll check with steamship companies.
Well, if it isn't your pretty little sidekick. Anna, be careful, dear. You wouldn't want to do anything foolish. Your boyfriend's in a rather awkward position. Now give me the gun.
Thank you very much. Inspector, last Monday evening, a man traveling by the name of John Dawson boarded a steamer in Montreal.
Dawson was already dead by then.
Was it Edmund Keating?
No, Edmund Keating was booked on a ship setting sail from Halifax the same day. Both ships bound for Bristol.
We'll have to get a telegraph to the Bristol police. Tell them there's one hell of a big gun heading their way.
Who's traveling as Dawson?
Well, perhaps Detective Murdoch. I mean, if he had seen Dawson getting killed,
He'd track the bastard down who'd done it.
even if it led him all the way to Britain.
Why hasn't Murdoch contacted the station?
Sloric! We don't know.
Perfectly reasonable question.
Constable, there's to be an assassination at Clifton Bridge in the next hour. I don't know who I am, Chief, but I can tell you what I do know.
And how did you know the Queen would be traveling through Bristol? It was a closely guarded secret.
I didn't mention the Queen. Only that there's to be an assassination.
Sir, telegram from Toronto Police.
Toronto?
It's Canada, sir. They say there's a sniper on the SS Mayfair bound for Bristol.
The Mayfair docked earlier today.
They also want to know if we've been contacted by a Detective William Murdoch.
Murdoch! 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 William Murdoch!
William. William. William.
Harry?
Chief, I am Detective William Murdoch of the Toronto Constabulary, and I implore you to listen to what I have to say.
The Queen is on her way to a private conference at Ashton Court. She'll be passing over the bridge in 25 minutes. You're sure that's where the assassination attempt will take place?
Yes, sir. I've seen maps and photographs.
The best vantage point is either of the two support towers.
Ah, a perfect line of sight.
No, the shot won't come from there. All of the images of the bridge that I saw were from the side and from a much greater distance. What's this here?
It's the observatory, sir.
Then that's the spot.
Impossible. That's over half a mile off.
Well, sir, they have a very special rifle.
There's no rifle that special. I want all available men now. I want those towers secured.
But, sir, can't you delay the procession?
You obviously do not know your queen. After 4 assassination attempts, she thinks she's invincible. Besides, the Secretary of War will be with her, and Lord Treadstone always travels with tight security.
Lord Treadstone, sir? He's the intended target.
What?
Yes, it's Lord Treadstone they're after, not the Queen.
Sir, carriages are ready, sir.
Let's go.
But, sir, it's Lord Treadstone.
Go and do what you've got to do, William. Go.
Who the hell are you? Detective William Murdoch, Toronto Constabulary.
Bloody copper.
That's right, sir, a bloody copper, and you are under arrest.
Britain owes you a great debt, Detective. And you too, Miss Fulford.
I must admit, Chief, I am perplexed. If Keating sought to destabilize the British Empire, why not simply choose the Queen as his target?
Because he was after more than simple disruption. Keating and his people wanted to control a more aggressive, expansive military.
And Lord Treadstone stood in their way.
One can only imagine the consequences, and not only for Britain, had Lord Treadstone been killed. Her Majesty was informed of the role you played in averting this situation. This contains a letter of thanks and a modest recompense.
Oh, sir, I was simply doing my duty as a police officer. I couldn't possibly accept payment. Although, I believe Miss Fulford could.
Thank you. I suppose this is goodbye.
Anna, I have obligations in Toronto. My position, my men.
And Julia. It's all right, William. I understand. And I admire your loyalty. I want to thank you.
Thank me.
If it weren't for you, I'd have spent my life in that pub. And the Queen just bought me a ticket to New York. If I like it, I'll sell the pub.
Well, you'll have to watch out for those brash New Yorkers.
They'll pale in comparison to my Harry.
I'd best be headed to the harbor.
Come and visit sometime.
Cramptree, I want it level and taut. Taut. Higgins, up at your end. No, not down, up. Oh, for God's sakes. What a pair of bollock brains. Murdoch! Hey! Welcome back. It's about time you turned up for work.
We hear you had quite an adventure over there.
Sir, perhaps what transpired in England should remain in England.
You saved the Queen's life.
Oh, that.
Sir! Good to see you.
It's good to see you too, George.
You know Detective Slora, of course. He was instrumental to our discovering where you'd gotten to.
Well, don't forget Betty, Constable Crabbtree. You got a good team here, Detective.
Thank you.
I'm almost sorry you're back.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yay!